Hey everyone, it's Karina. Welcome to Life of a Mermaid. So here I am laying down again, elevating my foot. I just I was checking some emails for work. Technically yes, I'm off work. But I don't want to have the clutter of like 100, like maybe 400 emails by the time I get back, maybe more. Um, so I'm just kind of going through them. Just kind of deleting the ones that I know I can delete. I'm keeping the ones obviously that are more work related. Um, so I just get to kind of work on those when I get back. But yeah, so I know, can't remember if I recorded yesterday or not. But today was definitely another emotional day. But I kind of woke up and I decided today's going to be different. So yeah, I did have the emotions. I did have, the negative conversations and stuff like that. And I was talking to a friend, and I realized that again, it's because it's putting me in a situation that I'm not used to or comfortable with. It's something that's new for me. Something that I'm used to being on the go. I'm used to always doing something. So being in this situation again, it's kind of just like it's new and uncomfortable. But I know I'm learning, and I've learned that new and uncomfortable is not bad. It's a good thing. You can get so much out of it. And I think again the reason why it's been so tough too, because when I had my cast, I felt like I'm not like I got my foot back, but in a sense like I was more mobile. So I was like, yeah, like I can do this. So I could do a lot more with my foot, and I felt I was kind of sleeping was better just because I felt like, okay, I can move it. I'm not gonna necessarily hurt it. Because I felt like the cast was protecting it. Um, and then again, the same thing with the moving, like I could easily move my leg, and like I said, it didn't feel as fragile as it does with the splint, or as it does now after surgery, especially now after surgery. So I just felt like I had taken a lot of steps forward. And then with surgery, again, it's like back to a splint. Now, I have a cut on my leg. I'm obviously, it's a lot more sensitive now. A lot of movements, I need to be really careful with how I move it, how fast I move it. Um, so that just kind of set me back. And then again, like slowly weaning off the Norco and, medication in general and stuff like that. I'm taking Tylenol and Aleve, as needed. That was kind of the RN's instructions as well. So it's not like I'm being reckless or whatever, trying to be a tough girl. It was the RN's instructions. She wanted me to wing off the Norco, and then she said just do like Tylenol and things like that. As needed. She's like, as long as you can manage the pain. Again, the pain really hasn't been bad. My biggest struggle is more mentally, and again, it's just not being able to do what I want to do. And it's more again just struggling with the conversations and just the depression kind of creeping in and the anxiety kicking in. But the pain, I mean, like thank God, knock on wood, thank Allah, thank all the higher powers. It really hasn't been bad. I don't know if the doctor has the magic touch. If I'm just, I don't know, and I'm not questioning at this point. I will take it. I'm glad that it's not hurting. As much that it's just a little pain here and there. But then again, I've been resting a lot and just elevating and stuff like that. So I don't know if that has a lot to do with that as well. And again, I know that has a lot to do with my mother-in-law, with Sal, that I'm really truly blessed just to have that support of everyone around me. Especially here in the house, because, even my nephew, like, he'll see me go out and he's like, oh, what do you need, Thea? What can I get you? And I'm like, oh, like, when I need it, I'll tell him. But I know the RN had also said, like, hey, like, get out of your bed to go get food, like, she had suggested to be as mobile as possible. So again, I'm also doing that. So it's finding that balance of being mobile and getting out of bed and stuff like that, but also resting and elevating your foot as much as you can. Yeah. So again, so I know that I believe that has a lot to do with it. And again, just with that, like I really have been just embracing and getting all the love and just really, again, letting them be there for me and surrendering to that, and, allowing it and allowing myself to be loved and to be supportive and supported. And that's something that I know that I've always kind of fought, and I've always felt like it's always been like, oh no, like I can do it. Like I'm a tough girl. Like, I'm a Florida's girl. Like, and it's my pride, and it's, again, the way I was raised, and the way, I've seen life of like, I don't need you, I'm an independent woman and all that stuff. But it's kind of like, you know, accepting help doesn't make me less independent. Accepting help doesn't make me, less of anything. It doesn't make me weak. I mean, if anything, like I usually tell this to my clients, and, that's kind of where it falls back on, like, practice what you preach. And I know that's something that I really struggle with, and up until now. You know, really, I do believe that asking for help and accepting help is a it's a sign of strength. I mean, do you know, like, how difficult it is sometimes to say yes, I need help, and then to accept it. It is a humbling experience. So, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Do you want to help you?
No. That's kind of, sorry about that. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Just, really accepting that and embracing that, and taking a look within myself, and, like, how does that make you feel, and, how, what does this mean for you, and, and the biggest thing with this too is it's that, I don't want it to just be circumstantial. I don't want it to just be in the now, because, I need it. It's something that's like I said, I'm learning, and I'm surrendering to it, because I want to be that way. I want to, be able to take this moving forward, and have that part of who I am, and, of my being, and being able to accept help, being able to, be humble in that sense, and being able to, let others in every aspect of that word, and every aspect of that action, or whatever you call it, not just in certain areas of my life, but being able to let others be there for me, and being able to let others help me. So that's really has been a huge realization, I think, with all of this, again, because I had been, doing a little more for myself, and then I feel like, again, with this surgery, it just kind of set me back. So it's back, like, at square one, and it's like, but it's like, okay, maybe that's what I needed. I needed that push back, in that sense, to make me realize and say, hey, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to get the help. It's okay to need others. There's nothing wrong with that. And again, it's, like I've always shared this, it's also a gift to them, because I know how fucking amazing I feel when I'm able to help others, and when, I extend my hand, to give them support, and they take it, like, I mean, it's an amazing feeling, not only because it's like, oh, you're doing something for someone, and then you can see the smile on their face, or, but just knowing, like, I can be there for them. I know they're having a tough time, or, life is kicking their ass, whatever, and I feel like I can't necessarily take away the pain, or I can't necessarily take away, what's going on for them, and I can't change it, but I can at least do something small, or bring a smile to their face. And I know that in this situation, it's like I'm giving that gift to others. Again, my in-laws, Sal, my family, friends, I mean, everyone. I keep mentioning my in-laws just because, again, I'm home a lot of the time, and, they're the ones that are really, I get to see, 24/7, and get to see me, and they're really the ones that, you know, are here, particularly my mother-in-law. Like I said, she cooks every morning for me, or, there's leftovers, whatever, but, she'll make food for me, always she'll knock, whatever, come in, and, like, make sure I'm alive, make sure that I'm okay, and, like, oh, do you want breakfast? Do you want me to grab you a snack, or this or that? And, sometimes, like I said, I'll take it, or sometimes, like, oh, like, I have snacks, like, I need to get out of bed, and stuff like that. So, yeah, so I was, like, keep mentioning, her, and my sister-in-law, same thing, she took me to the doctors, She'll check in and stuff here and there as well when she's home. And how are you doing? Do you need anything? When I'm eating at the table, she'll, take my plate and stuff like that. And, so things like that. Those are things that, I appreciate. And, again, I'm welcoming into my life. And I know that it is changing our relationship. And it's something that, I will continue to work on even after surgery and even after I'm mobile, to keep working on those relationships and keep, um, just keep depositing back into them and the relationship. Um, Sorry. But yeah, so that's pretty much like what's come up with that. It's just realizing that, and then again that I realized that I am a martyr. I am, a bit of a victim at times and a bit of a whiner and stuff like that. But like I was talking to a friend, I was like, for me, again, I don't know if it's working in the field or, again, having just my personal struggles and, um, you know, being in therapy and wanting to be a therapist, like I've always learned that, that it's okay to feel that way, that it's okay to have those moments, because again, that's part of being human nature. Like what I've learned, or the way that I practice that on myself and my clients, it's like when you're being sucked in, when you're being controlled by those negative thoughts and emotions, then that's when there's a problem. That's when that's when you need to shift. That's when it's like, okay, this isn't working. But sometimes, like I was sharing with a friend, like sometimes, allowing myself to be in that negative place is what pushes me forward, and where I can find sometimes my inspiration or my motivation, and the fuel to push myself and get, and keep going. So yeah, again, if that's it's about that balance. It's like, I think as society we're taught like, oh, feeling bad is bad, or like, being depressed is bad. And again, it's just when you're allowing yourself to be consumed by those negative thoughts and emotions and letting that control you, then that's when it's bad. But it's like when, you need to allow yourself to feel, you need to allow yourself to be present within those bad times, because those bad times can teach us so much. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like I said, again, I'm really learning to embrace it, and then find what I need to learn from those moments, and push forward. And I think, again, my biggest thing for myself with that is that I don't allow myself a lot of the times to feel bad or to feel the pain and to be in that moment, that a lot of times I'm always like, you gotta be positive, you gotta keep moving forward. But, I really had, especially the last couple of days, I really have allowed myself to feel and identify again where it's coming from. And like I shared earlier, it's, because I don't like being uncomfortable. I don't like asking for help. So it's bringing up all of those emotions and conversations of, like, there you go again. You can't do things for yourself. You're not worthy, or, things like that. So again, but it's like I realize, the biggest realization with all of this is like, fuck, like you are worthy. Look at how much love you have, and look how much people are willing to do for you because of how much they love you, and because of, the worth that they see in you. So that was freaking huge, allowing myself to be in the pit and be in those dark moments. Like I was able to see that it is because I have so much love that I'm getting so much support. That it is because of who I am as a person and who I've been for all of these people, that now they're being there for me. Like I said, a friend wanted to come over yesterday, but I wasn't feeling too great. And then, my best friend came, and, she hates driving freeways. So that's huge for her. I mean, her boyfriend drove over down here, and then he hung out with her son. So me and her can have some alone time. My mom came over, my uncle came over on Sunday, my mom and my sister came over yesterday. My sister, I needed a sleeping bag, and she, they forgot to bring it on Monday, and she dropped it off for me today, before work. So again, like, again, things my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my nephews are doing for me, everything Sal's doing for me, again, all the text messages I'm getting all the time and calls that I get, and so again, that just shows like who I've been for all of these people, and now they're being there for me when I need the love and support the most. So yeah, so again, it's something else that I've realized, and I was like, oh yeah. um but yeah, so like I said, today I decided that it was going to be different. Woke up early. um no, actually overslept. But I was like, you know what, we move forward, it's fine. I did my journal, I did my meditation, did my stuff, and then I did my morning workout. And again, doing the workout always kind of just helps me again, because it's like I'm stretching, kind of just getting my mind centered, because I found yoga once. So again, it's like as much as they're focusing on moving the body, a lot of it's also mental. So it's like one of the ones I did today, it's like, okay, like breathe out the negative, um, no, breathe in the positive, breathe out the negative, and things like that. So that always helps. Um, so I did that. I What did I do? I had reached out to a couple of friends that I hadn't talked to in a while, but then I decided, like, fuck it, like I'm gonna, so I had set a goal for myself to reach out to like 4 friends, but then I decided to just go through my phone list, and I pretty much reached out to most of them on there, and it was amazing. Like I had so many cool conversations and stuff like that, and talked to people I hadn't talked to in a while. One friend, we're actually planning a dinner date. Once I get better, just because of where she lives and all that stuff. And, we both work for the same company, different offices, but same company and the well, same location, but we have different buildings. So she works in the back and I work in the front. So once I'm back, we're gonna plan a dinner date, and hang out after work. So that was cool. Again, that wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have reached out to her. And again, just had some amazing conversations and stuff like that. And my cousin wanted to call me this morning, but I knocked out. Um, so I'm actually gonna call her tomorrow, not Thursday. Then another friend reached out to me, via social media and stuff, and we planned a phone call for Monday. And there's a possibility of a different business opportunity in a sense, so we're gonna explore it. Like I told her, I'm not a salesperson. That's kind of where the concerns are coming in. But again, I know that I have been thinking and planning, and I've been wanting again to generate extra money and stuff like that. So so maybe this is an opportunity, of doing that. So I'm gonna go open minded. I mean, I do have concerns and questions, but she's amazing. I trust her. And I've seen what she's been doing with it, and what it's done for her life. So it's an opportunity. All I can do is just try it. Go into it, and whatever happens, happens. So yeah, so that's coming up Monday. So again, just being open and reaching out to friends. It brought up a lot of different cool things for me today. So I did that. I cleaned, did my bed. Took a shower today. Wash shower every day, but I'm saying, like, I've been doing mermaid baths. So I took an extra shower today. So I did that. You know, had a late lunch. So that was cool. And then I actually ended up going outside of my porch today, and I sat there for about an hour. Here and there I was texting, had stuff on the phone that I was doing, and then I read for a little bit too. So I'm definitely gonna try to do that again. Try to do that every day, or at least a couple times a week, because I know it felt great just being out there and enjoying life. I know right now it's the little things, but again, that's one of the biggest things that I realized, that just taking it as a moment and taking a step back, and smelling the flowers, and enjoying the little things in life, things that I've taken for granted, and such as sitting on my porch, people watching, reading, enjoying the fresh air in my skin, and things like that. The sun, well, the little sun that was out there, weather is changing. But yeah, so again, today was actually a really great day. Like I said, it started off, a bit kind of funky, but then I was like, nope, like you have control of your days, you have control, like make it a good day. A friend would always say that, and it is true. We have the power to make it a good day. We have the power to, we control how we react to our current situation and what's thrown our way. So yeah, I could easily, allow the depression to take over, or I could, move forward and, again, make the best of my situation and look at all the gifts that I'm being given. You know, again, the relationships that I get to create. Again, I've been napping a lot. I took a fucking 5 hour nap today, guys. And it's funny because I'm like, and I tell everyone, like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. And it's true because if I was working, like, I would not be able to do that. I probably wouldn't be able to take a 1 fucking hour nap. So again, that's a gift within itself. I get to embrace that and really just enjoy it. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. That's really kind of what came up for me. And again, just um, looking at all the positives and focusing on all the wins and small wins that I have in my day and in my life in general. So yeah, so that's really what's coming up for me. But if again, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out. And again, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for watching these. Thank you for your comments, your messages, your calls, and your love and support in general. I love you guys. All right, so until next time, bye guys.